It's 9:40 on a weeknight. My teeth are brushed, the lights are off, and I'm watching TV the way I always do before I fall asleep. And then I started thinking about a protein bar. 2 minutes later, I'm standing in the light of the fridge, half asleep, eating one in the dark. I've done this every single night for 6 weeks, and the part that actually got my attention is I know exactly how it happened. It starts the same way every night. Teeth brushed, lights off, TV on, some episode I've probably already seen, and somewhere in the middle of it, my brain leaves the show and starts building a case. Not a craving, a case. I think about Reese's peanut butter cup taste, the chocolate chips in each bite, how it's a little firm because it's cold in the refrigerator, and I lie there salivating in my own bed like one of Pavlov's dogs, except nobody rang the bell. I rang it myself. Then I get up, exhausted, and shuffle to the kitchen and eat a Transparent Labs peanut butter chocolate chip bar standing in the fridge light. I keep the bar in the fridge, by the way. The habit has logistics now. There's a cold chain management involved. 6 weeks straight, teeth already brushed every single night. So here's what I posted this week. Runs, lifts, food. From a distance, my life looks simple, maybe even boring. And honestly, I like that. My life used to be pure and utter chaos, and now it's structured to the point where I have freedom. I surf in the morning, home-cooked meals, friends over in the afternoon, my wife slowly making the house look like somebody with taste lives there. Spoiler, somebody with taste does live there, and it's not me. I just approve invoices and keep carrying things. What I didn't post is that I've been quietly stressed about potential. Not mine, but everybody else's. There's a guy at my gym who cranks the treadmill incline to max, sets a fast speed, and then grabs the front bar and hangs on, and not for balance, but really as like an anchor. And from the side, he's basically walking horizontal, straining his arms and back, maybe getting half of what he committed to, and that actually eats at me. Not because he owes me anything, because he's already paid the price of showing up. He's there. The 20 minutes is happening either way. Just let go of the bar and walk slower. I see the same thing at work and sometimes in my friends, people operating at 50, maybe even 75%, and are then confused of why they're not seeing growth or change. Intentional laziness is fine. A lazy Sunday is a skill, but if you commit it to the thing, do the thing. I've been journaling about this instead of carrying it into conversations because the honest ending of that journal entry is truly acceptance. I'm not the actor, the director, the producer of anyone else's life. I don't get to play God, and frankly, I don't want to. I'm just watching the scene. And then one night, watching my own scene, I saw a guy get out of bed at 9:40 p.m. with his teeth already brushed, eat a protein bar that he talked himself into. So I'm the guy holding onto the treadmill bar, except mine comes in peanut butter and chocolate chip. Here's the framework I've been marinating on for months, and I think it might be bigger than a newsletter, but more on that on the end. But this week, it explained my own kitchen to me. So every change in your life, good or bad, moves through the same 4 stages. One is inertia, the push that gets the object moving. So maybe that's January 1st, or your doctor telling you your cholesterol's high. Somebody calling you heavy at a barbecue and you're laughing it off and then not sleeping and thinking about it all night. Inertia doesn't have to be noble. It just has to be strong enough to move you once. The second thing is momentum, the unglamorous middle. You stick with the plan for a few days and see zero difference in the mirror. But something else is compounding. I got up early yesterday, so I can do it again today. Momentum isn't results. Momentum is just evidence. Number 3, habit. Enough movement and the negotiation starts to end. You don't decide anymore. It's not a thing you do, it's who you are. And the fourth thing, so after you've had that push of inertia, after you've built momentum, after you now have created a habit, what you have next is change. The results surface where other people can see them. They ask about your workouts, they ask about your diets, or they ask something better. Why are you so calm and why don't you react like crazy anymore? I watched this machine run perfectly this year. In January, I wanted to walk more. It's recovery, it's sunlight, a reason to leave my desk at work. So after lunch at the office, I started taking 10 minutes. Out of the downtown blocks of Santa Monica, up to the quiet residential streets and back, and sometimes on a phone, I'll call my mother, I'll call my friends, I'll call my family, and sometimes I'll listen to a podcast. And then other times, nothing but my own thoughts, which is either meditation or a hostage situation, depending on the day. Now it's 25 minutes most days, and I don't decide to go, my legs just get up and go. Inertia, momentum, habit, change, textbook. Now the protein bar went through the same 4 stages. Now it sounds stupid, and I tried finding an example that was relatively acceptable for everybody to understand. So maybe it's late night cravings, okay? So the protein bar went through the same 4 stages. The inertia was nothing nobler than just liking peanut butter. The momentum was that I did this last night and slept just fine. The habit is where I'm going now. So it's no negotiation, it's just salivation. And the change arrived too. It's just not the kind I want to post. Maybe pimples popping up where I didn't want them to. The machine ran perfectly both times. It built the walk and it built the bar, and it never once asked which one I actually wanted. Wednesday evening, I was standing in the kitchen watching my wife make her home version of the Hailey Bieber Air One smoothie, and she's been training hard and eating clean, and she looks incredible and she knows it, which is the best part. Bossa Nova was playing, the wind was moving the chimes outside like it had learned a new song. And then it hit me, quietly. I have it pretty good. Not lucky good, but built good. That piece is the output of the same machine. Years of small, good inputs compounding into Wednesday where love, sunshine, good music, and a belly-full home-cooked meal all showed up at once. The machine gave me that. The machine has also given me eating dessert, half asleep like a raccoon in front of the refrigerator. It genuinely does not care. It builds whatever I feed it. So here's what I'm practicing, and I have to laugh at the first part. The fastest way I talk myself into that protein bar or that late night craving is a DBT skill, which is describe. I describe the bar like a sommelier. I have been using a therapy technique to sell myself some freaking candy. The practice is running the same skills, but in the right direction. And when the urge shows up at around 9:40 p.m., I observe it. Just notice. I'm warm. I'm comfortable. I'm not actually hungry. Then I describe what's true instead of what's delicious. I'm not hungry. My brain wants a ritual, then the non-judgmental stance, which is the hard one. I don't get to call myself weak from under the covers. I just get to watch the scene and decide whether I'm going to be walking to the fridge on purpose or just on autopilot. In full honesty, I haven't actually tried to stop. Part of me believes that I genuinely need the calories. I'm running 45 miles a week, and a nightly deficit could be a real thing, and it's not an excuse. But I do know the difference between a fueling decision and a ritual I got talked into by my own narrating brain. If it's fuel, it should be real food, eaten like a person at a table before my teeth are brushed, not a bar in the dark at 9:40 p.m. because I described my way into it. So the win right now isn't 0 protein bars. The win is that the negotiation exists again. Habit ended the conversation, and I'm reopening it. And for the first question on the table isn't, should I stop eating at night? It's, who decided this for me? Me or the machine? The machine is always running. This week I'm making sure I'm the one loading it. So try this before the next memo. Tonight, catch one automatic thing that you do. The snack, the scroll, the show you turn on without deciding to. Don't change it. Don't judge it. Just narrate it once. Out loud or in your head, I am doing this because I always do this. That's just the whole assignment. That's it. You can't renegotiate with a habit you haven't caught running. Awareness is first. Intervention is going to be the next memo's problem. The question I'm sitting with, everything you do on autopilot, the snack, the scroll, the route you drive, the way you react, got built by the same 4 steps, whether you chose it or not. So, what's one habit running in your life right now that you never actually decided to build? Reply and tell me yours, and I read everyone. And nobody's been featured here yet, and you will be, so I'll go first. My habit is the refrigerator at night. So this is the video, but if you want the text that has the full newsletter on how I'm training, so details on my workouts every single week, details on what I'm eating, meals and macros, and a little bit more on my mindset, life, and recovery, check out the actual newsletter on Substack. I write it all in detail at the appendix section below these newsletters. And that is it for Mettle Memo number 53. Happy training.